Hi, this is Sandy coming to you with the Sandy Cam.
Poison. You don't do that.
Spending time with them, it's easier to put yourself in a different frame of mind, knowing that everything is awesome.
We've got, I think, 19, 20, 21-year-old, really young kids. I listen to the advice that they give them, wishing I was that age again and had somebody saying all this stuff to me.
It's very inspirational and it just flows for them.
And they also can kick you in the rear.
The stuff that you know needs doing is the stuff that's hard to do. So it is helpful to have those people
put a
in
camera
your
in front
corner
of us and set that up?
pushing you
A
forward.
table on
I
me?
feel like I've known
Well,
Al and
I don't know
Sandy
if it's at that
forever
height, because when we go
they've had
live,
that
when we
big
got
an
faces.
impact on me and what I've done and, where I feel like I'm going.
Al, one thing I've been taking away from him is do what's in front of you and do it well.
Al is a hard worker. He's very passionate about what he does. He's very true to his art, and so he's able to give suggestions with regards to how people can be motivated to be the best they can be.
He just says, Katie, relax, it's not the end of the world.
This guy is very deep with his thinking, but Al's also a guy that loves to dig holes in dirt. So he's like everybody's guy who's this Play-Doh downstairs. Al's more soft.
But he just genuinely brings out the best in people,
And Sandy's gonna keep you on task. Everything she does is just like this. And he's got 10 million things going on.
She's extremely smart and she's able to coordinate so many different things. Like she can have so many balls up in the air and keep everything straight.
She also genuinely cares for everyone.
She just has a lot of experiences in her life to make it more personable to other people.
The first things that struck me about Sandy was her tenacity and her ferociousness on how she would attack an issue or a problem or a challenge.
But I'm learning from Sandy to organize myself, to prioritize, and not to procrastinate.
She had focused me enough, and she's like, Daniel, you're not happy with what you're doing. And that completely reformatted how I view relationships.
I've learned that you can make the best out of something that's just as bad as it gets, really.
Al's taught me that I'm awesome.
Really teach you how to let go of the mistakes.
It's okay to struggle. It's okay to have issues. It's okay to just be you. Without me
Hey, Bob.
interrupting, my dad, he thought I was too.
To being authentic, to being ourselves, to do what we want to do, and don't compromise.
Once you compromise that gives control to somebody else.
Al's on this side of my shoulder and Sandy's on this side.
And our world
That was really cute how she had
Difference
that.
that Al and Sandy have made. Everything that I have goal-wise is because of their influence on me.
And I'm so blessed to have them in my life.
See, I'm getting teary.
Oh shoot, she had livinglegendary.com, but we don't actually own that website.
That's fine.
Alright. Yeah, this is not gonna work, Bob.
Bobby, shh. There's nothing here for you.
Ooh. Can I turn it sideways? We're gonna have to get a lot better at this. Try another way of going live during the broadcast. Choose our live mode.
Want to flip up? I could flip up if you want to go
Well,
sideways.
it could. I don't know. What if I do that? Will it change the orientation of our live? Well, if we wait for a viewer, they could tell us if we're sideways or not. You can't turn your phone while recording. That answers that question.
There we go.
Well then, hi, our Facebook world. I am Sandy Mackey.
And I'm Al Curtis.
And we will be going live every
Friday
to check in with you, see what's up new in the world, and answer your questions. I promise next time I will not start the video vertical. I will go sideways. So that will be it. So Al, we just watched the launch of our Living Legendary video where a few of our friends and some of our team members said just amazingly beautiful, wonderful things about us. And I would just like to start with getting a few of your thoughts, and then I will chime in with a few of mine.
Well, it's definitely interesting to hear other people talk about who we are. I mean, I know we live quite charmed lives and we get to just do amazing things every day and we have a lot of fun. And and I'm speaking for both of us, although maybe it's just me, but I doubt it. We just are able to do and be and have so much, and we've surrounded ourselves with such amazing people that it's just normal living to us. And I think that the positive environment that we live and work in, the positive friends, family, business people, employees, people that work with us, people that work for us. Our world is just different, I think, than so many people's. And that was just kind of proof of that, was hearing people talk about us in that way.
It was. I have to say thank you to Katie, because you always take just random assortments of things and put them together beautifully. So watching that video was delightful and surprising, because I had not seen what people had said ahead of time, so it was all new and interesting to me. So that was really cool. If you watch this live recording later, you might wonder where we are. So we'll tell you where we are, because in the background there's just really cool stuff and reflections and lights and things like that. So we are in our office. So this is the living room basically, and I'd say that it's far from ordinary.
Well, it's far from ordinary, but we could be anywhere in this building and have that type of background. There's so much. It's a living collection of our lives and who we are as people, and how we build, and our construction projects are very much eclectic and fun and cool and interesting, and we certainly live what we talk about. We live the philosophy of surrounding yourself with things that you love, and this is all just stuff. It's material things that don't really matter. They're cool to have, but any particular thing that you see is fair game. I always jokingly say that if you want it, you can take it, because there's nothing that's that important to me. And I think the net result of living that philosophy is that I continue to be surrounded with the coolest stuff in the world, and lots of it. And because our hands are always open, there's that old philosophy that, you know, when your hands are closed, you can't gather anymore. But when you open your hands up to let whatever you have release, your hands are wide open to grab more, for things to land in it. Nothing can land in that closed fist, but a lot can land in that open fist, that open palm. And I think that's in our lives. It continues to happen. Is that because we're so open and our fists aren't closed and clenching and hanging on to what we have, instead our hands are wide open, giving away anything that we have, the net result is more continues to land in our palms.
So in case you're wondering what that random noise is, Bob, of course, as soon as the video turned on, hey Bob, look at the people. Look at the people, Bob. Oh, where's the people? Say hi, Bob. Yep, he decided that he cannot get enough attention right now at the moment, so there we are. So, a couple of the things that are coming up for our team in the near future. We are heading to the World of Concrete show in Las Vegas next week with about
There's 7 of us, I think.
seven
seven
of our
of us, our
team.
team,
That
yeah.
will be the largest group that we've taken to World of Concrete so far. Al and Mark were talking earlier today. They were the first 2 people from our team that went to World of Concrete several years ago.
Many years ago.
And
now,
we've
yeah.
made it a regular event since then, so that's great.
As a matter of fact, it was so long ago that that's when I used to play blackjack.
Oh, wow.
Because we, on our way back, and you know, again, gambling is one of those things that if it's for fun, it's fun. We don't get too serious about anything at all in our lives, especially that. But waiting for it to go back to the airport to fly back, we had walked to this little casino way off the strip, and I played like blackjack for 2 hours, and I left the table with $5 more than I started with, or something like that. But it was hours and hours worth, and I think that's pretty much the last time that I played blackjack. But that, when you think about our years, that's a long time ago because I haven't played blackjack in a long time.
I haven't played
No,
blackjack in that long either. Although we did have our holiday party, which included some table games, so a few people played with us then. After we get back from World of Concrete, we have a couple days in town, and then we will be off to the Atlantic City Pool Show. If you are going to be there and you'd like to run into our team, I'm sure we will be going live from the show. We could do some interviews with you, we could just stop and say, hey, we could have lunch, whatever it may be. And if you're in World of Concrete, that would be fun too. We can go find a table game or exploring. I know we've gotten a lot of really cool conceptual ideas from traveling and from seeing the different sites and how different places have put together environments and things like that. So one of the things I know that we will be doing in Las Vegas is, oh look, Al's getting a phone call or something. One of the things we'll do when we are in Las Vegas is have a discussion of some of the faux finishes and theming that the different casinos and entertaining areas put together so that they transport people in their imaginations to somewhere else. I may even take us on a quick tour of the inspiration for the umbrellas hanging from the ceiling, because I did get that idea
From a hotel in
from
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
From
Bob
a
is
casino.
now trying to wake up Callie because he is bored and alone.
I think probably the first World of Concrete we went to as well, my beard was probably brown. And it's quite gray these days. So it's been several years, although it doesn't take that long for one's beard to go from brown to gray, but there's probably more gray than brown hair in my on my face anymore. So that just kind of gives you an idea. And World of Concrete, I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting with the whole gang. Mark and I talked about that earlier today. And I think, I know what it did for me initially, and I've been around construction business for a long time, but by the time I went there for the first time. But I think what it did was it helped me realize that everything we do, every project, every home, every street, every bridge, every building, everything sits on top of concrete. If it's not made out of concrete itself, it's sitting on concrete. Everything, which is footings and base, base structures and all of that. Everything we do, is sitting on concrete. So I think it's really interesting how concrete is such a big part of our world. And the first time that I was there, I guess I knew it, but I hadn't really thought about it so much that concrete is sort of the beginning of every construction project out there. And it's throughout a lot of the projects, but it's absolutely for sure the beginning of every project. And that really came to light having been to the show and realizing how big it is. And we've been to an awful lot of concrete or a lot of pool shows over the years, and knowing that niche which uses concrete as its base, but it's such a small industry compared to understanding that every other building industry uses massive amount of concrete to accomplish anything. It holds up the entire world. So I think that was a big eye-opener for me, and I think that the new team members that get to go, I hope they catch that a little bit, that how big, that simple mixture of cement and sand and stone and water creates this, it holds the entire world up, literally.
All right, so I just let Bob go and find something to be excited
about outside?
because he was getting a little rambunctious. We also have some really cool, exciting things planned for you, our friends, neighbors, Facebook audience, whether you are close by or far away. We are launching the Living Legendary project.
Kind of a season 2 type of scenario, right?
Well, and the same because it'll be us and our team, and completely different because it will be a lot more interactive. We are going to give viewers some choices on things that we think you will find pretty interesting, and we will start to be sharing little pieces and clues in the next couple of weeks until we piece together the actual premiere. So stay tuned when we go live, or pay attention to the things that we post, because you'll start to get a clear picture of what this whole Living Legendary Season 2, the experience, will be all about.
Well, recognize that those of you that have either seen it or are a part of the Season 1 of Living Legendary, which was the Parter Pool project that we shot on site for months and months and months, video footage of everything. I would argue that's probably the most well-documented pool construction project in the history of ever. Just based on the amount of everything that was captured for so long. And that was what we call part reality, part documentary, and it has the 12 separate episodes, sort of, as well as the premiere, which was one long movie of this project. And having done that, and how cool that was, and what we're able to portray, this whole new idea was we could just replicate that and do it again, which was really cool. But why do that if we can make it more, if it can be more of an experience for all of us? And I think that's going to be really exciting to share and get people to understand what we're doing. And I think the interactive part is going to take viewing and interaction to a whole new level when it comes to an audience having a say on how something in the construction world goes, how something works. More of that coming up.
Our team is super excited to be a part of this. Everybody is on board, and we have had a couple of great discussions about how to put it all together. It will be the project filming and documenting will be led by Katie on site as a project coordinator / video and Living Legendary experience coordinator. So that will be fun and exciting. It is going to be an adventure this year for sure. One of the other things we'll be doing, as promised, is our Facebook Live Fridays, where Al will be available and fielding questions, myself as well, although as the coordinator of everything, I tend to field questions all week long. I will also probably mostly be around on Fridays. And Mark, our head service guru, with all the answers about technical things and water chemistry, will be answering questions every Tuesday. Since we launched our Ask the Pool Guy brand, we get so many questions, many questions a day come in, some of which we can answer on the spot. Some take a little bit of research, and some take a particular team member's knowledge. So we thank you for the questions. We are having a great time figuring out how to answer them all, and more recently, keep up with everything. So if you don't get a quick response to your question, tune in at one of our question times. We'll make sure that we're getting those, and then the video replays of the answers will be uploaded to YouTube primarily, maybe a little bit of Facebook as well, where you'll be able to search out those answers a little bit more. So if there are things we can add to our mix, we always encourage your suggestions, feedback, and questions. If you would like to dig a hole with us this summer, that might be possible. You'll have to stay tuned, watch the clues, and on that note, I would say when we see you next time, we will be coming to you live from in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I can't even express how crazy cool the upcoming year will be for us. 2019 will be yet another monumental shift and change for us in business and personally as well. With the things that we have planned, it's going to be fun. I think trying to do this, or doing this interactive theater forum on Fridays will be really good, because we do get a lot of questions, and there's an awful lot of behind the scenes people trying to answer things. As much as those questions come in, we feel quite obligated to get answers to those. It's just not always as simple as an email back. A lot of times there's so much involved in it that it has to be via video form or other. And doing what we've been doing now has worked, but I think this live forum will help and maybe ease some of that pressure of someone else on the staff trying to answer the question. So I look forward to it. And we will plan on going live when we're in Vegas, although our Friday thing won't be in Vegas, will it? Or will we be back by then?
We'll be back from Vegas, but we're going live from Vegas.
Right, so well, that's what I'm saying. So we'll go live from Vegas, but then we'll be back here probably to be live on Friday as well.
will.
Because we've committed to
Facebook
Facebook
Live
Live on
Fridays.
That's right.
You bet.
Mhm.
Well, that is all for today. I'm going to continue watching the twinkly lights in our office because I love them. And that's all from me.
And I am happy and ready to move. It's time to go. So we'll see you next time.
Okay, I'm glad we did this, but we need a heck of a lot more plans.
Like, number one, how to put a camera in front of us
Yeah.
so that we're both in it instead of this wee.
Yeah, also,
That was okay though.
I think that you are going to need to just have your phone and go live with it and talk philosophy and your thoughts and stuff a whole lot more.
Okay.
Because when we're doing this, you know, I don't even really sometimes know what the point is of me being in it. And
Why would you
I
say
don't
that?
know, I was like, okay, so we went live. We didn't have any questions planned because we fielded those all today. And yeah, it seems like you could get on a roll and
I can
cover
always
a
get
lot
on a
of
roll,
things.
that's the thing.
So right, so I'm saying that you should, because your method of you get on a roll and you should just roll with it when you are. So I'm going to encourage you to be like, you know, on your phone and going live. Well then, I don't know. We were live for a whole 3 minutes. But what? Were you sleeping before we did this?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
I took a
that's
nap.
it.
There we go.